What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, it's time for the top 10 Star Wars The Black Series figures of 2024. So this is our personal top 10 of the year. What a fantastic year for the Black Series.
I agree.
Another banging year. Keeps getting better and better.
Yeah. I will say, I think my overall purchasing has gone down, but I think the individual quality of the ones I do pick up are going up. Mm-hmm. So this is actually kind of an easy top 10, in my opinion.
Yeah, we really assembled this pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. It was pretty decisive for us. Before we jump into the list, though, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. As is tradition, our one and only honorable mention is Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Absolute heat.
Yep, this is from the Ahsoka series, so it's the live-action appearance. Mm-hmm. A mostly new figure.
Yeah.
Expressive hand.
Expressive hand pretty much got it on this list.
Not this, but this. Genius.
Absolute genius. And the expressive hand really does work. You can get him into multiple different poses with that hand. New overlay, new legs, some more modern Imperial officer sculpt work going on. The head is awesome.
Yeah, great likeness to Lars Mikkelsen. There's a lot of Mikkelsens in these Star Wars movies.
Oh, yeah.
Just to throw my little minor nitpick in there, I could have used a little...
a little tattering.
A little tattering on the costume, but that really minor nitpick for this otherwise great figure.
Jumping into the actual list, coming in at number 10, it's our first Revenge of the Sith figure in Galaxy packaging. It is Darth Sidious.
What year is it, Justin? You said first Revenge of the Sith figure?
Yep, in Galaxy packaging, and it'll be the only Revenge of the Sith figure in the Angular Galaxy packaging.
That's true. I forgot all about that.
This figure does reuse the Book of Boba Fett Luke body and legs.
Yep.
But I also do not care at all.
Right. When it comes to characters like Sidious, who are literally 100% covered in a robe, really don't care what body you use underneath, as long as it's well articulated, which the Book of Boba Fett Luke body is. It's got butterfly joints, it's got deep single elbows.
Yeah.
The Sidious is also really awesome because thanks to this reuse, I would have to imagine that's why we also got the alternate lightning hands included with a standard figure.
Right. That's a shock to a lot. Both hands, lightning hands. It might be reuse of the same sculpt, but the blue is also like a little more vibrant.
And they almost are like slightly enlarged. Like the pegs aren't quite the same.
Right. So again, for a standard figure to include alternate hands, it's such a rarity. So I feel like it's almost kind of underrated in that sense, that it's a mainline release that comes with alternate hands. I also like the plastic for the hood.
Yep.
I feel like that was the right call. I like the likeness. I like the soft goods. I think this is overall a really decent figure.
Yep, I've had a lot of fun with them. Some people might call a little recency bias on this one, but honestly, I don't give a damn. Number 9 is Pirate Captain Brutus, a figure that has taken us all by surprise. I think it's really taken the entire community by surprise. Wolfman, which we're very familiar with Wolfmen when it comes to, Cantina patrons and the like, so familiar design. But the figure itself, outside of that, tons of paint. 5 painted blasters, Justin.
With accessory storage for everything.
Bro's a G.I. Joe.
And I just think the sculpt looks so complex. Like, it looks like it has a pretty high piece count when you just look at all the different little bits and pieces on the design and on the sculpting and everything. I think it looks excellent. There's a really nice balance of all these different shades of color, and like you said, all the accessories. The blasters are painted. The head sculpt looks amazing. Love the red eyes, very expressive. And yeah, you could work it in as a actual Skeleton Crew figure, the series that it's from, or it could work just in a OT Cantina display, because why not? The scoundrel, bounty hunter, pirate, scum.
I've said this a lot, but this is like one of those things that when we look at it, it's like, this is what Star Wars is.
Yeah.
Like the random background character has been what's kept me coming back all these years.
Yeah. So number 9 is Brutus. Number 8, we have a clone trooper. There's a lot of clones released on that 2023 sculpt this year, but this year in particular did yield us a Phase 1 regular Phase 1 clone trooper grunt. And I'll say it, Nate, this is the best army builder in the entire line. I think it edges out the 2020 Stormtrooper with the addition of just more bulk in general, like on the thighs, the floating knee armor, the bicep swivel, the floating torso overlay, and the helmet, since it's a Phase 1, no chin.
Not a chinner.
Not a chinner.
Justin, I have to say, that is facts, brother. I totally agree with you. I think it is, without a doubt, the best army builder in the line. And honestly, simply, it not being a chinner, it has really elevated it to insane levels for me. It's really just a fun figure. It takes everything that you love about what we got with the Phase 2 offering, which was what we got first. And, thanks to the different helmet design, makes it a fantastic, borderline perfect figure if it just came with a couple hits of paint on it.
Yeah, the black hits.
Yep, we needed some of those on the figure in the box. Really easy to add on your own, which I would recommend it. Takes 2 seconds, but it should be there. It should just be there.
Of course. Please, Hasbro, release a Lieutenant, Sergeant, Captain, and Commander 4-pack utilizing that 2023 sculpt. Because the 2023 sculpt, it genuinely is a huge upgrade. We love that body here at OOTB.
Number 7, we begged for ages, and they finally delivered it. This is the Stap with a B1 battle droid.
Vehicles are back, baby. Let's go.
And they're about to be gone once again because no one's buying them.
Yep. They've only sold maybe slightly over half their stock, but it hasn't moved in a while. It's just sitting.
What are you doing?
But the Stap itself is amazing. I mean, it's the return of even small speeders. I'll take it. We'll take any kind of world building we can get our hands on in the Black Series. So the Stap was a common sense pickup. I got two.
I got 2. Easy. It has fantastic details, some really nice paint work. Even if it is the inkjet printing, I think it looks really good on the Stap itself. Even the B1 has some unique paint app details as well, which is always fun, to differentiate it from the rest of them. If for whatever reason you're not displaying it on the Stap.
Right.
But
comes with the stand, of course. The turret, blaster has a little bit of articulation as well. So overall, a really solid release. $49.99. The figure is half that, so it's a $25 speeder. That's like I said, that's a common sense pickup for me all day.
Yeah. Cherry on top, nostalgia bait packaging for people like in our age range. So, love it.
Number 6, we did count this wave as 2024 this year. It is the Mandalorian Glavis Ring World, which is just a definitive Din Djarin in the Black Series.
Why does it feel like this figure came out 76 years ago?
I don't know. We got it in January.
Time is a thief.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I was like, "Oh yeah, wow, Glavis Ringworld Mando will be considered for this year." Very early contender, but an amazing figure. Like you said, the definitive Din Djarin.
Absolutely.
Smokes a lot of imports, too. Not on piece count, but if you look at, I think it looks better than the SHFs that we've seen so far. Looks better than the 1.0 Mayfex. 2.0 Mayfex might have it.
Yeah, because there's like so many different versions of this character with imports and TBS as well.
Right, but for this to be a $25 figure and for it to rival expensive import figures.
Yeah. The fact that it's even in the same conversation is an achievement in and of itself. And, of course, we have the soft goods cape, which is like the biggest desire, the biggest want when it came to that figure. No more clamshell, no more plastic shell of a cape. Comes with the dagger, the jetpack, the dark saber. You can wield it with both hands. It's on the Death Watch Mando. It uses that as the base buck. So it's going to have some great articulation.
Yep.
And, they fixed the proportion issues that plagued the previous Mandalorian figures, like the helmet in particular,
Yeah.
for Din. So this is just the definitive. I never need to buy another Din Djarin ever again.
Justin, it's time for the other vehicle that was released this year. Number 5 is Darth Maul on the Bloodfin, or the Sith Speeder, whatever you want to call it. It's his little speeder bike from Phantom Menace.
Prequel vehicles are back, baby.
And they're going to be gone soon enough. The
Deja vu, isn't it?
What are we doing here? The vehicles, I thought we wanted these, and the Stap and the Sith Speeder, they're rotten on a Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah. I mean, they only have a few Sith speeders left.
Yeah,
but
that is true.
Still, I mean, the Bloodfin has sold a lot better than the Stap. But this is such an awesome release. Nostalgia bait packaging.
Yep. Once again, and
The deco is even nostalgic.
I was gonna say they even took it a step further on this set, and the deco is nostalgic. If you've watched Phantom Menace, you know the Bloodfin is like a dark gray, almost black color. The SH Figure Arts version of the Bloodfin is the theatrical paint version. However, there was a 12-inch figure that was released that for some reason the Bloodfin was beige. So that's what they went with on this. That's why it's beige. They did it on purpose. It's not an accident. It is a reference to that old figure. It totally delivers. I think the Bloodfin itself looks great. It's got some really nice details on it.
Yeah.
The Maul, Justin. The Maul. Incredible.
Brand new sculpt. Haven't seen a Phantom Menace sculpt since 2013. Wave 1, back in the orange line. Darth Maul. And it's a notoriously bad sculpt. I mean, it's so old. So it was so awesome to get a Phantom Menace version of Darth Maul with modern Black Series sculpt work and articulation, engineering, and everything. So I'm going to count the single release as well with like the plastic flap. Do a little cheating on the list because I got both.
Yeah.
And I love that figure just on its own as well, even without the Sith Speeder. So great articulation. Just, it feels good. A lot of Mauls these past few years have been feeling really, really good.
Yeah.
So why not get the Phantom Menace one? And here he is again on a top 10 list, because I'm pretty sure a Maul has been on a top 10 for the past like 2 or 3 years.
Well, they keep knocking them out of the park, so I honestly think it's the best one yet.
High praise. Number 4 is a Cantina Alien. You know that's our bread and butter here at Out of the Basement. It's Moma Nadon, a.k.a. Hammerhead. Masterpiece figure.
Sad days that it's the only OT figure that came out this year, but it is an important one, and they knocked it out of the park. Justin, he's got a wash. Not only does he have a wash, here's what's crazy. New head, new arms, new overlay.
Wait, what?
Things that like we genuinely did not expect. We thought this was just going to be like a straight up repaint of Doc Ondar with a new overlay, but the new arms, the new head, actually like really essential when you break it down and you look at what Doc Ondar looks like versus what Moma looks like. They genuinely do look different.
Yeah, because once you actually reviewed the figure, you realize just how many of those pieces are different. Like, it's a surprisingly new figure. It is Doc Ondar reuse, but it's surprisingly new.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, I didn't even expect them to do a different head sculpt in the first place. So the fact that they did a different head, there's a wash all over this figure, and it brings out those, like, the texture of the skin with, like, the cracks and, like, the lines of the skin. It just brings out all of that sculpted detail. You know what, Black Series community? I needed the cups. I'm glad this figure came with cups because we 3D printed the bar.
Yeah.
I need more cups.
I think they should have went, of course, nostalgia bait and done a Power of the Force style blaster.
I just need him to look in the bar, though.
Well, yeah, I don't actually have the accessories. I don't have his E11 in his hand, or the cups are on the bar somewhere, but he's chilling. He's talking to Chewbacca on my shelf, actually.
Yeah, I have mine talking to Doc Ondar, Cabe standing behind him. He just looks so natural in the bar, and we love the original trilogy. We love Cantina Aliens. We love Jabba's Denizens. That's just like our bread and butter here on the channel. So that was honestly an achievement to get Hammerhead in the line.
Number 3 is another achievement. Another one, long time coming. Long time coming. It is the Destroyer Droid, also known as the Droideka. Long time coming, and they absolutely delivered. What an amazing figure. So intricate.
Yeah, like the sculpted detail on just the inner mechanisms, like his innards.
Yeah.
So much sculpted detail. It's crazy. And I love the like more chrome, lighter silver on like the pistons. And then the pistons actually like function.
Right.
Like the things go up and down and the blasters come out, and they have their version of a ball mode, because obviously, in my opinion, they're prioritizing visual look over playability.
Yeah.
That is why something like the Power of the Jedi one, a lot of people cite that, but it doesn't have the live action proportions. It doesn't have like the photorealistic proportions that the Black Series one has. So I'm fine with the ball mode that they did.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have shown that you can get it pretty close to how you see it in the movie. It's just, it seems like
everyone has their own
everyone has
version.
Everyone has their own way, and it was one of those things where I really feel like they should have like kind of included instructions, or maybe made a video, like someone on the Star Wars team being like, this is how to do it as best as you can.
I don't have either of mine, because I bought two, of course. Two? I don't have either of mine displayed in ball mode.
Me either.
So, like, I just don't find it that big of a deal that it's, like, 85% ball mode or whatever. Like,
right.
I just think the pearlescent, like, armor, that purple overspray to give it that iridescent look. You guys know that's my favorite quote.
Yeah.
So, like, the purplish, maroonish armor bits look so good, so metallic. And I just love the visual look of this figure. Serves its purpose. It's big. Takes up a lot of space on the shelf. But it was absolutely essential for the CIS Army.
Yep.
The top three is literally insane. All three of these, aside from our number one. I feel like these two might be interchangeable. But number two is Ki-Adi-Mundi, the Jedi. The absolute best Jedi that they've ever done in the Black Series as far as sculpt and articulation.
This one was awesome to finally get in hand. It took forever to come out, but it was well worth the wait. Ball joint wrists on a Jedi. You kidding me?
Deep cut single hinges. Like, you can see the cut. It's like all the way up there. Like, it is so deep. And yeah, two-handed poses with ease. He looks great.
I like the other hand is it's a gesture, but you can also double it so he can still grip, and it doesn't look weird.
It's like one of those.
Yeah, it doesn't look weird, but you could also works as a force gesture. I love when they do a little 2-for-1.
I do. It's better than the C-grip at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was incredible. The sculpted details of the head, the ponytail.
Yeah.
I was honestly thinking were they gonna do the ponytail?
Because it's like all the way in the back,
it's
on
all,
the top.
Like, I feel like genuinely there are a lot of people out there that probably don't even know Ki-Adi-Mundi has a ponytail.
Right.
But it's one of those things that when you see it, like, I just lit up, and it was painted, and it looked really good, and it stuck out, and it's just a fantastic figure. It's so much fun. Right.
And like I said, it is literally the best Jedi sculpt that they've ever done in the line. Might even be the best lightsaber wielding character they've ever done in the Black Series.
Hands down, because I'm pretty sure no other Jedi right now has ball wrists. Maybe something from Acolyte.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I have Jackie. She doesn't. But I don't know about Sol or Yord.
Me neither.
Or Inara.
Sorry.
Number one, Yardy, no.
Straight cheesing.
8 long, painful years waiting for this figure.
Yep.
It's the Super Battle Droid. What else was it going to be?
Years and years and years. And I don't think they've ever delivered on such a long-awaited figure like they have with the Super Battle Droid.
Yeah.
Where we've wanted something for so long. It comes out, and it's borderline perfect 1/12 action figure. There are layers and layers to this, so let's just dive in. They did the live action sculpt. They did the live action design from the prequel trilogy, the prequel film trilogy. I remember we were a little worried that it was going to be the Filoni-verse.
Yep. Like the thicker...
Yeah, the oversized, because it's like the 3D Clone Wars animation. The articulation, excellent. It's sturdy. Those legs are long. They're like thick one way.
Mm-hmm.
And the leg articulation is really strong. And the single release comes with a blast effect. The chest panels that we didn't even know about from the promo shots. The chest panels and the headpiece comes off. And it's a Republic Commando Easter egg reference.
Yeah. That was something that blew our minds.
Yeah.
And because I remember it, we first found out that, oh, the head is removable.
Yeah.
But then we were on stream, and I want to say it was like Lukeness Monster was like, the chest armor looks removable too, like because of the way it was like cut.
Yeah.
But we were like, no, that's just how the design looks, whatever. And then somehow we got in contact with the person that had the figure, and they popped it off, and we were like...
And they sent that image in the Discord. I'll never forget this day, because I put it on Instagram, and I was just like, yeah! Like, that was absolutely insane. That is what we love when they hit multiple birds with the same stone. They didn't have to do that. No one was expecting them to do that. Not a single person was expecting Hasbro to do that, but they just like went out of their way to do it. And that's like extra paint hits in there, extra sculpted detail, because the sculpted detail in there is amazing.
Yep.
And it just adds so much flair, so much personality. You could have dead super battle droids on the battlefield. You could have the clones stepping on it, damaging it. The single release comes with a blast effect, plug and play. I mean, come on.
The blast effect also splits into 2 pieces for even more customization options. The single release also has more paint apps than the initial 2-pack release.
Yeah, with a little hit of yellow.
Yep. It might be one more paint app, but it's one more paint app.
Yeah.
And that's what really matters the most. And again, this was just something that we've been asking for so long. The CIS has been severely outnumbered in the Black Series for years. We've only ever gotten B1 battle droids. So I'm so happy that in 1 year, we've got the Destroyer droid, the Super Battle droid. They're both amazing. We have the Commando droid right around the corner.
We did get the Magna Guard, but that was kind of mid.
Yeah, Magna Guard kind of mid.
Yeah.
But it's just awesome that we're finally getting these characters and these droids that we've needed in the line. Like, clone troopers have just been fighting
nobody
B1s on the shelf
B1s
for years, and that's it.
And like I said, just every single possible issue that we had in our minds taken care of. This figure is so unbelievably sturdy. You could get him into like wild poses. Like, his posability is crazy.
The one-legged pose goes crazy. The Gwitty pose goes crazy. It's it was like one of those figures where, like, when I got it in hand, it was like the Hasbro Star Wars team was playing 4D chess with me. Like, I was like, oh, I bet it can't do this. And then it did.
Yeah.
And then I was, oh, I bet it can't do this. And then it did.
This is genuinely one of my favorite action figures in my entire collection. It's one of my favorite Black Series figures, and I think it's just one of my favorite toys, period. It's going to be on our top 10 of all time, so look forward to that.
Yeah, high praise, but it's well-deserved in our opinion. It's just an incredible figure, totally delivered, and I can't wait to buy pretty much every single repaint that they want to give me for the Super Battle Droid.
Yeah.
I will have space for them.
Yep.
I will have space for them. Give me that same coloring scheme, just with the rocket arm, baby.
Give me that wrist rocket. So what do you guys think? Are we nuts? Are we crazy? Are we too negative? Are we shills? Are we too positive? Are we crazy with our top 10? What is your top 10? What figures on our list did you think don't deserve to be on there? And of course, let us know what your personal top 10 is in the comments down below.
Before we go, shout out to Prequel Yoda. I do just want to say that real quick. Prequel Yoda right behind Grand Admiral Thrawn. But if you made it this far into the video, there you go. Prequel Yoda. Shout out to Prequel Yoda. And that's all we have for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. So hopefully you enjoyed our top 10 Black Series figures of 2024. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. And if you are in a position to help support the channel directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out in the description down below. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.